This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys, now here in this session, we'll cover a topic called validation. So first of all, we'll explain what is this validation all about, and then we'll see the configuration part, right? And then we'll perform the testing part as well. So the first thing, what is validation? What is this validation? So now here, look at here. So validation is a rule defined by functional consultant. Who is the functional consultant, guys? We are the functional consultant. FI, CO, SD, MM, PP, QM, PS, right? PM. These all QM. These all people like whoever the consultants are there. These are the functional consultant. So validation is a rule defined by functional consultant, and mostly this is coming from FI side itself, guys, which validate two or more than two data or input based on the given criteria. So now here it helps to reduce the possibility of mistake by user. So now here I'll tell you guys. So if you talk about the definitions, whatever definitions I have quoted, I think with that very less understanding you guys are going to have, right? So I'll just do one thing. I'll quote an example here, and then I'll come back on the definition. Okay. So one thing, at least you might came to know that it helps. Validation rule is going to help to reduce the possibility of mistake by user. What kind of mistake? I'll quote an example here. Pretty simple example, guys. Now here, let's suppose we are having two different terms of payment. Okay, we are having two different terms of payment. So here, now, okay, so we'll do one thing. That is like, let's suppose TM30. Okay, now here, in both terms of payment, the invoices are going to be due in 30 days itself. Okay, in TM30 also 30 days, TM30 also 30 days itself. So what is the difference, and why there is a need of two terms of payment, right? So now let's suppose there is certain segregations in the sense like, say for example, if the PO invoices are there. So first of all, like TM30 and AM30. So here also the due date is like 30 days, and here also 30 days is the due date. But here what is happening, guys? There is a difference. If you talk about baseline date, okay, this is due date. So now here, and this is your terms of payment. So if you talk about the baseline date, so what is happening, guys? There is a difference in terms of baseline date. Here the baseline date is document date, and here, or is like, let's suppose posting date, and here baseline date is going to be document date, right? So now here what happens in this case, let's suppose there is document date and posting date. So what happens if document date is, let's suppose 15/09/2000, this is the date, and posting date is, let's suppose, look at here, guys. Now, so due date, right? So if you talk about net due date here, net due date. Now, so if you talk about the net due date, when it is going to be due. So invoices are going to be due. So as per, like, let's suppose the same condition, we're having two invoices, right? If you assign this terms of payment, then what happened, guys? In the sense, while invoice posting, if we are having, like, if we use TM30, then system is going to, this invoices are going to be due after 30 days, right? So yeah, after 30 days means it is going to be, let's suppose it is going to be due on 23rd 10 on this date. At the same time, if user is assigned this terms of payment, then it is going to be due on which date, guys? It is going to be due on document date. Document date means 15/10/2020. So look at here, guys. Generally, so let's suppose this one was the correct terms of payment, and this one supposed to be assigned by user. But what user has done by mistake, user have assigned this terms of payment. So in that case, the invoices are going to be due some 7 days or 8 days before itself. So this is a loss of organization, right? Because the payment which was supposed to be made after 8 days, it was paid before 8 days, right? And because of the mistake was made by user. So now what is happening, guys? So of course, like, management is going to, they will just, whoever the end user is there, they are going to put some, a strict, that they are going to inform everybody that you should not make any such kind of mistake. But I'll tell you guys, human being, uh, they will, of course, like, we cannot reduce the mistake by 0%. Of course, certain things are there in your mind, you are posting the invoices, meanwhile you simply, if you're going to change the invoices and all, so here instead of TM30 somebody has selected AM30. Mistake is obvious, right? So now what management has decided, they have decided that we'll do one thing, then why not to put a condition here to the users? Okay, and why these two terms of payments are created, guys? Let's suppose whatever the non-PO invoices are there. For non-PO invoices, let's suppose they have agreed with the vendor that the payment is going to be made within 30 days, but the baseline date is like 30 days is going to be calculated from posting date. And whichever PO invoices are there for that, again 30 days, but the baseline is going to be as per vendor, in the sense like document date. Whatever the invoice date is there, that is going to be treated as a baseline date, right? Now, so non-PO invoices means every 60, right? And PO invoices, there is a transaction code MIRO that is going to be discussed in FI MM integrations, guys, later, and a separate different segment, right? Now, so here we are having, these are the two different transaction code. So non-PO invoices FB60 we are going to use, and this is the terms of payment, right? Now here, so the requirement is that whenever non-PO invoices are going to be posted by using this transaction code, user must have to select this terms of payment, and as for that, this was supposed to be the due date. But if by mistake user has selected this terms of payment, then what is happening? Due date is going to be changed. Why? Because the difference is there in terms of baseline date, right? So now management has decided, what they are saying, that you guys do one thing. Whoever is responsible to post non-PO invoices. So management is saying that you just do one thing. You just do one thing. So whatever the posting date is there, give the same posting date in document date also. In the sense, while posting the invoices, if you are going to post the invoices, so you need not to, whatever the invoice date is there, don't give the invoice date. You just do one thing, copy this posting date, and you give you an invoice date. So in that case, what is the benefit, guys? In that case, the benefit is So now this posting date is given. Posting date is given. Like, of course, posting date means current date. System is going to update in posting date, right? And the current date itself is going to be updated even in document date field also. So in that case, what is happening is this is your posting date, right? And the same date is going to be updated even in document date also. So now in that case, what is happening is whether you select this terms of payment or this terms of payment, nothing to be worried about. Invoices are going to be due on time itself, right? In the sense, if you're going to select TM30, as per TM30, what is the baseline date? Posting date. So this is 23rd, right? And 1 month, in the sense 30 days is going to be calculated, and this is the due date. And even if somebody is going to select by mistake AM30, in that case, what is happening is document date. So even in document date also, we have given the same date. So in that case also, the invoices are going to be due on the, like, whether 30 days is going to be calculated from this date or this date, both date are same. So there is no differences, right? So net due date calculation is going to happen perfectly. So this is called a kind of workaround. Workaround, it means like they did some research and all, and they found one solution that if we are going to post it this way, then what will happen? Even if your user is going to make the mistake, in that case also no worries, because system is going to calculate the correct what to say date. Net due date is going to be calculated correctly. But as I told you, like, mistake is obvious because of human being, right? So now it's okay. Here this mistake we have, like, let's suppose terms of payment, whether they are going to select this one or this one doesn't matter, but still there might be chances that if user has given a really invoice date is, let's suppose if here itself user is not entering the posting date here, user is thinking something else, and whatever invoice date is there is updated here, and then it is posted. Then what is happening? User doesn't know, like, what mistake he has done, right? Simply he thought, like, okay, everything is posted correctly. So there might be chances here itself, if rectification, in the sense like invoice date, in invoice date field, user has not given the posting date. They have not copied, they have not given the same date here. In that case, what happens? Again the mistake, right? So, and then after, like, let's suppose whatever the terms of payment, like AM30 got selected. So still there'll be a chances of at least, like, not, let's suppose from 5% it was reduced to 1%. Still mistake is there, right? So now what happens, guys? Then they will contact to the consultant that this is what the requirement. Do you have any solution? So in that case, what is happening, guys? In that case, we can say yes, we are having solution. And what is the solution? That we can say, like, we'll do one thing. In that case, we are going to define a rule. We are going to define a rule in SAP, and that rule is called validation rule. It means while posting the invoices, system is going to validate two fields. Which fields? Document date and posting date field. If both fields are having the equal value, then what is happening? System will allow user to post the transaction. If both fields are having unequal value, then system will not allow them to proceed further. In that case, what is happening, guys? So now I'll come back on the definitions once again. So that is what I have specified here. Validation is a rule defined by functional consultant which validate. So now here, let's look at here, guys, two fields or input based on the given criteria. What criteria we are going to give, that I'll show you. Which is going to validate here two fields, document date and posting date is going to be validated. Okay. And if both are equal, then system will allow user to proceed further. And if both are not equal, in that case, user will not allow to proceed further unless user is going to rectify the mistake. So look at here, what is the user validation, guys? It is going to compare two fields. Okay, and now, so it's a rule, guys. Whatever rule we are going to define, based on that, whatever criteria we are going to give, based on that, system is going to validate those two fields. And as per our rule, if system found that here the input has been given as per the conditions which we have given in validation rule, then system will allow you to proceed further, or else system is going to notify you that you have made a mistake. How the configuration is going to happen, guys, that I'll let you. So how to define validation rule? First of all, OB28 is the transaction code. Okay, and here now, and here, so we know they're saying that for TM30 document date equals to posting date, and for AM30 posting date equals to document date. For AM30 there is no such kind of things at all. AM30 means like, okay, let's suppose now, okay, first of all let me explain here. First of all let me explain for this one, right? For this FB60, for this FB60. Now, so what happens? Okay, so we'll do one thing, because now AM30 means Myro, right? So how the payment terms is going to be triggered in Myro, we are having certain way, guys, right? But as I told you, like this is again a separate session, right? So here if I'm going to explain, it is going to take lots of time, and that is a separate session will be there on that. So let's suppose this is from finance department. Finance department, we have received the requirement, right? We have received the requirement. Okay, from finance department we have received the requirement. So in that case, like what we have to do, that I'm going to explain here. Now here, so you just click on new entry and then give your company code, and here call point. What is this call point, guys? So in call point you are having options like this validation is going to be defined at like header level, line item level, or for complete document, right? It is going to be defined at header level, line item level, or for complete document. So what is happening here? Okay, just give me a second, guys. Wait for a second. Now, so here call point. So in which case we are going to decide like call point 1, 2, 3. So guys, now header level means now what is happening if the both field, let's suppose both fields are there, right? In a simple way, I'll just explain here. So go to FB60 or FB50, whatever it is. Now let's suppose here. So here, this area is the part of header, right? Here we are having this area is the part of line item, right? So now here the both field belongs to whatever the both fields are there, those belongs to header itself from this area itself. It means validation is going to be defined at head level. If the both field belongs to line item, right here in this area, then what is happening, guys? Validation that is going to be defined at line item level. And if certain field belongs to here and certain field belongs to, one field belongs to header and one field belongs to line item, in that case we are going to select complete document. So right now header, why? Because document date is also there at header level and posting date is also there at header level itself. And then what to do, guys? Save it. Call point I have given one, right? Double click on this validation, in this first field, and then you need to click on create validation. Okay, here I'm going to give like TM00, and if you want to give any description you can give, or else leave it, and then you click on insert step. So if you are going to insert a step here, then look at here step number 001, and in that we are having like prerequisites, check, and message. Okay, so what is happening, guys? We have to give certain conditions. Where we are going to give conditions, guys? Under prerequisites. So under prerequisites, we are going to give a conditions. What conditions, guys? Okay. So the condition is like, let's suppose. So first of all, my requirement is this document date must be equals to posting date. right? Or vice versa. This must be equals to posting date. In that case, what to do? In that case, what to do? So now here, generally in prerequisites, so here the requirement is these two fields must be equal, right? So now there are certain conditions in which condition system is going to check this one, like whether in which condition, under which circumstances system is going to check whether document date is equals to posting date or not, right? So this requirement was raised by Tata Motor. So what will happen, guys? Of course, this is going to be this validation I'm going to define for Tata Motor itself, right? This validation I'm going to define for Tata Motor itself. Now what happens? I'll just do one thing. So here, first of all, for which company code, guys? Tata Motor. So here, you just do one thing, click on find button and give here company code and press enter. So look at here, multiple fields are there, guys. If you click on back button, here multiple fields are there. So out of which, like if you double click on header, we are having all this company code and multiple fields are there. So in that, if you have to search company code, you need to give here company code type here. Automatically system is going to bring here company code, right? If you double click on company code, then that is going to appear here. So company code. See, nothing we are going to type here. What you have to do, you have to select from this one. So now here company code. Company code equals to what, guys? Click on equals. This is called booleans, right? So click on equal. Company code equals. Now what? Company code equals to Tata Motor. Tata Motor means what is the company code, guys? TM00. So now it's a constant value. You just need to click on constant and here you have to give TM00 and press enter. So the company code is TM00. It means like whatever the condition we are going to give, that is going to work out only if the transaction is getting posted against company code TM00, right? Now click on check and here. So now the question is, so what company code, if the company code is TM00, then what system is going to check? So system is going to check that document date must be equals to posting date or vice versa, right? So here you just need to click on find button and search document date. Press enter. So look at here document date, double click and then equals to posting date. Where is the posting date? Here itself somewhere, double click on posting date. So document date must be equals to posting date, right? And then what, guys? Then even we are having options. We can define message also. Okay, message if it is not equals to posting date. If it is not equals to posting date, then what to do? Right? If document date is not equals to posting date, then what to do? Then of course system is going to inform you that you have made a mistake. So SAP is not going to, it's not like voice production is not there or sound is not going to be like, simply SAP is going to notify you with the help of message. So here click on message. Now what message supposed to be? Right? What message is going to be? So this message also, if you want to define your own message, then you can define. Okay, you can define here. And even message type also will be there. Message type means whether it is like 4 types of messages will be there, right? 4 types of messages means like, let's suppose here error message. This is what is going to be used, guys, generally in most of the cases, because we have to control the mistake. And how the mistake is going to be controlled, guys? Only if the message type is error type. If you are going to select a different message type like warning. Warning means system is going to warn you. If you press enter button twice, then nothing will happen. You'll be able to post the transaction. Information means this is just a notifications, guys. A notification is going to appear and then system will allow you to proceed further. Cancel means what is happening, guys? Cancel means simply your entire screen itself. If you are going to give a wrong input, the entire screen itself is going to disappear. Okay, so error is the most preferable. Why? Because with this system will not allow user to proceed further until unless you give a correct input. Okay, now here. Now what message is going to be defined? So here message number you are supposed to, so we are going to do one thing here. You just need to click on maintain message, and then multiple message is already defined, guys. Look at here, several messages. So you just do one thing, and message number is there, right? So what is the free number? Look at here, 25. Okay, or else you can click here next free number. So 25 is next free number. Here there is no any kind of okay. So now it means in this message number 25, the message number 25 I have given nothing. There is no any kind of message specified here. So you just double click on this one. And I think here some error may appear. Click on maintain in original language, and here I'm going to define like document must be posting it, right? And if you save it, now click on back button, and if I give here 0 to 5, let me check whether it is no. Okay, there is a root cause, guys, but I forgotten. Actually, earlier I found this root cause somewhere. Anyway, I'll try to find out. Right now, what I'm going to do, guys, in that case, we are going to use the standard message. Okay, the standard message is 0000006 is there. You press enter. So look at here, document date, posting date, and document date is not identical. Okay, this one I'm going to, even we are having options. The way I have defined, in that way itself, we have to define the message, new message. If you want to define whatever text you want to keep, you can keep. And this error is appearing. I'll have to find out the root cause. Earlier also this was there, it was rectified, but again it is appearing. I don't know, somebody might have made some mistake or some experiment, that is why. So again I'll have to find out. Now, so here message number, whatever message we have defined, that message number is going to be assigned. I have assigned a standard document number. Why? Because message number. Why? Because the error was appearing. And message type also we can select whether it is error, warning, what you say, cancel, or notifications, whatever it is, right? Informations. So now here what we have done, we have defined. Now with the help of this one, we have defined the validation rule. Now you just need to save it. So look at here the code generation, in the sense like now save and generated successfully. You need to click on back button, in the sense you need to come on front screen, click on back button, and back button. So here come on the front screen, guys, and here we have to assign our validation rule, that is TM00. This one we have defined, right? And you need to activate also. So 0 is deactivation and 1 is activation. So here you have to give 1 and save it. So now what is happening, guys? We have created a validation rule. How we will come to know whether this validation rule is working fine, perfectly or not? So we'll have to perform testing. We'll just come here. So now FB60, right? I will just do one thing, guys. Here you just give, first of all, check a company code, right? Must be TM00. And for TM00, I think this is the window. And you just do one thing, guys. So give here, okay, different invoice date and different posting date, and press enter. If you press enter, look at here, the message is appearing. It is not going to allow you, it will not allow you to proceed further. It will not allow you to proceed further unless we are going to rectify this. You keep on pressing enter, system is going to show you. So if you are trying to save this data, let's suppose every time whenever you are going to save it, system is going to show this message, right? So here if you make it 28 and press enter an amount in basic data, it means now what is happening, guys? You have to enter the amount, right? Like, oh, this document date equals to posting date is gone. right? Now here you have to enter the amount, right? And I think this is transaction, this is like tax code related things and all. You can assign a tax code here, right? Now, so here what is happening, guys? It means it is working perfectly. It is working perfectly. Now, where is the challenge? The challenge in the sense like problem. If you go to FB50 and sit here, I'm going to give a different date here, right? And give your company code first of all TM00, and then give your different document date and different posting date. Look at here, now the problem is there for, see, the thing is like we have defined this for what? We have defined this validation rule only for what? For invoice posting, and that too for non-PO. So non-PO is going to be posted, let's suppose by using FB60 transaction code. Okay, FB60 transaction code, and even like let's suppose FB60 is there or FS43 is there. Now here what happens, guys? The users will have authorizations. Basis consultant, let's suppose FS43 is not going to be used, right? Or else like even if it is in SAP, the option is there, right? Now if they are saying that we have to use either FS43 or FB60, so authorizations of transaction code is given to the users, right? Now FB60 is going to be used, every user is having authorization of FB60. It means all the non-PO invoices are going to be posted with the help of FB60 itself. In that case, what to do, guys? In that case, but the problem is taking place here, problem is there for FB50 also. FB50 also, right? Whereas in FB50 this should not happen. So what we have to do now here, you need to double click on here. You need to change what? You need to change prerequisites. Here in prerequisites, like see what system is going to check at the time of transaction posting. Document date must be equals to posting date. When? If the company code is TM00. So guys, TM00 means in TM00 we are going to do lots of activities, lots of transactions. It doesn't mean that this restriction is applicable for all transactions. All of a sudden, all the people will come back and will say that what happens next, this kind of errors we are going to get, right? So prerequisites, we have to add some more thing in prerequisites. If the company code is TM00 and find out here transaction code, and transaction code equals to FB60, okay, FB60, and transaction code equals to FB60. In that case, what is happening, guys? Further, more restrictions are given. That of course Tata Motor, but that too in Tata Motor, this criteria is applicable for only FB60 transaction code. Okay, in that case, it means system is going to validate document date and posting date only if these two conditions are going to be met. Okay, now click on back button, guys. Again back button and save it. Yes, and remaining all things will be same. Here already the validation got activated on the main screen here. If you are going to add here 0 or blank means inactive. It means not active. 1 means active, right? And now, so we'll do one thing here. Back. So you just, okay. So now once again, okay. So here we'll have to, anyway for FB60 it is working. We'll have to check for FB50. Press enter /n followed by transaction code so that the screen is going to be refreshed, right? Now here again different document date, press enter. There is no problem for this one. There is no problem, right? What about for FB60 /n for FB60, and let's suppose I'm going to give a different. So look at here, right? At the same time, if you go to F-43, and here if we are going to give a different date, right? And what is the vendor number, guys? Vendor number, let me check it. 284 or something was there. Press enter here. Now this one, double click on this. So here, if you press enter, generally different document date posting date is there. If you press enter, system is allowing you to proceed further. Why? Because as I told you, we have given restrictions for only FB60. So now here two things are there. Either, like, let's suppose they are saying that okay, all the non-PO is going to be posted by FB60 itself. In that case, whoever the users are there in account payable, and that to the users who is posting non-PO invoices and all, they'll be having authorizations for FB60 transaction code itself. Apart from this, they won't be having authorizations for FB43. Okay. Now let's suppose if they're saying that no, you can post through FB60 also, FB43 also, decision is yours. So in that case, what is happening? FB60 we are having these restrictions, and FB43 it is not there. So now what to do, guys? In that case, once again you have to change the what? Change the prerequisites. Here prerequisites means what? Here itself we are going to give conditions. Under which conditions? Check means what? Check means what system is going to check, what SAP is going to check, what SAP is going to check. It means what SAP is going to validate. That is going to be specified under check. And prerequisites means what? Under which condition, right? What is going to be checked is going to be specified here in check, and when it is going to be checked, in which condition it is going to be checked, that is going to be specified here in prerequisites, right? So system is going to check document date and posting date only if the company code is this one and transaction code is FB60. Or you can, or once again you can give the same like transaction code itself, or transaction code equals F-43. F-43. Press enter here. And now let me check whether it is going to work out perfectly or not. Click on back button. Do you want to save? Yes, I want to save. So it got saved, right? Now, so come back here on F-43 and give a different date. Now let me check it. Specify account number. Here system is saying that you have to specify the account number, vendor account number, and then press enter. Still system is allowing us to proceed further, guys. Now, so here what to do then? Why system is allowing us to proceed further, right? So how we will come to know, right? So I'll just do one thing. See, somebody want to say something?
Is it related to syntax?
What is this syntax?
No, the check which we gave, right?
No, syntax means what you wanted to say. I couldn't understand you. Tell me.
The condition which we gave, prerequisite check.
So prerequisites means already I have given both, right? Here, like, do you want me to change something here? Anything need to be changed, guys?
Should we include a bracket after and this thing?
Including the bracket, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So we'll do one thing, guys. Here, we'll do one thing. So
It looks similar
okay,
to SQL.
insert. Click on insert, and bracket is going to be added. And again, so I'll just do one thing. Delete first. Okay. Delete from cursor means all the things are going to be. Company code is this one, and can we give like this? Transaction code equals FB60 or F-43, right? But the bracket is not going to be closed here, right? If this is a or, can we give transaction code once again?
Okay.
No. I will. System, I think, will not allow us. Look at your formula cannot be saved because it is incomplete, right? So I will just do one thing, delete the element, and then if I click on back button, no. So either and transaction code equals to this much, or again delete from cursor, okay, and then give or whatever was there is correct.
Transaction code.
Transaction code once again equals to F-43 or transaction code equals to FB01. Okay, FB01, right? So if I click on back button, let me check it, system is allowing us or not. Click on save. Now, so generally what happens, now let me check it first whether it is working or not. F-43, right? And here press enter. So look at here, posting date and document, it is not identical. Why? Earlier why it was not working, right now why it is working? So I'll tell you guys now, there is one thing is there. Now this is called like classic transactions, right? Of course, now everybody are going to use enjoy transactions and all, and if you talk about the authorizations also will be there for every 60 itself, right? But if you are going to post a transactions by using classic transactions and all, in the sense F-43, F-28 and all. So what is happening? I'll just do one thing. Give here 28. Sorry, 28, right? And give the vendor. Everything is fine here. Let's suppose 1100, right? And here again, like so that is credited and 40, right? And rent seal, right? So in rent seal again, if you are going to post this transaction, the system is going to throw error related to tax code. So FB FS00. Now here, okay, I'll just remove this and save it. Press enter. Now here I'm going to give 4000. Press enter, and here star, and if you simulate here to see the entry, everything is fine, just save it. Now look at here, document number 2013. Go to /NFBL1. So what is happening, guys? See the transactions. Our vendor number is this one, right? Execute. So this one is the number, document number which we have posted, right? Or else you can click like this here, and so sorry, select this and look at here 2013. Now this is the document number which we have posted, and remaining whatever these document numbers are there, guys, this is posted by using transaction code FD60. Enjoy transactions, right? If you double click here and if you click on document header, look at here, transaction code FB60. No doubt at all, system is able to, because system is going to check here in background, like transaction is posted by using which transaction code? FB60. So FB60 easily system is able to read out. But the transaction which was posted by using classic transaction code, that is F-43, that is going to be routed through a different transaction code called FB01. So if you double click here and if you click on, look at here, FB01. So that is why even though I have given F-43, system is asking what F-43, I don't know, isn't it? So let's suppose yours, because it's like nickname is there and certificate's name is there, right? So whatever the name is there on certificate, that is going to be identified by people and all, and it is accepted by everybody, right? Nickname is not. So yeah, FS43 means what, guys? It is a kind of nickname. System is saying I don't know FS43, because when the system is going to check here, right, in that like was the transactions are getting posted, so this is going to route it through FB01 itself. So that is why I have added FB01 here, and that's what I said. Like generally, what is happening? Like let's suppose authorizations are going to be given for FB60. So people are going to use FB60 and then they are going to post the transaction. So FB60 means easily it is going to be routed through FB60 itself. But in case of classic, FS43 means this is going to be posted through FB01. In background, which transaction code is getting updated here? FB01, right? So that is why I have added FB01. So now here again, so what is happening, guys? If you talk about the validation, so validation is a rule defined by functional consultant which validate two or more than two inputs based on the given criteria. What criteria, guys? So look at here, validations. So these three fields are more important here: prerequisites, check, and message, right? Prerequisites means we are going to specify the criteria here, in the sense condition here. Under which condition the fields are going to be validated. So we have specified the conditions, right? Check means which fields are going to be validated. That is going to be specified here in check. And message, if the fields are not, like let's suppose if system has validated the fields as per the given criteria, and if system found that there is a mismatch, then what will happen? The system is going to notify us with the help of message. So what kind of message is there? So that message type is going to be defined here, and what message supposed to appear, that is also going to be defined here, right? So this is what is there under message control. Okay, so this is how you have to define a validation, and this is what the user validation. That's all in this session, guys. That's all for today.